Good morning. My name is Rashima Melson, and it is a pleasure to be here with you all. Many years ago, I was a former resident of the DC General Shelter, fighting my way through a struggle that I didn't think I could make it through. Being a resident of...
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention, if we could have quiet in the room for the remarks, thank you.
Restart. Good morning. My name is Rashima Melson. It is a pleasure to be here with you all today. Many years ago, I was a former resident of the DC General Shelter, fighting my way through a struggle that I didn't think I could make it through. Being from the Southeast area, there's not a lot of hope, and there's not a lot of belief and faith that we have in ourselves. And I wanted to tell myself that I could do anything that I put my mind to. I didn't want anything to come in between me and my goals of success. And I didn't let anything stop me. You always have to have faith and a mentality that you can overcome and conquer any struggle. And I'm just proud to say today that I'll be graduating from Georgetown University next week. I've doubted myself, and I feel like other people have too, but today God has proven to me that you can do anything you put your mind to, and I want you all to know that you can do that as well. Muriel Bowser, I want to thank you so much for closing the DC General Shelter. It is an honor to present to you my mayor, your mayor, our mayor, Muriel Bowser.
Thank you, Rashima. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. I am just really delighted to be here at our entertainment and sports complex. Certainly there are basketball games played here, but increasingly we're seeing how much this facility is open to the community, allows us to come together, in addition to being the anchor to what will be an exciting development here in Congress Heights with housing, employment, retail, and healthcare, and a lot of opportunities for the residents of the District of Columbia. I'm even more thrilled to be here to help congratulate Rashima on all of the things that she has accomplished, and she really epitomizes what all of the services of our government are meant to accomplish. I say frequently that we live in many ways prosperous times in the District of Columbia, and in other ways, our progress and the demand for people to want to live here has created another set of issues for us to confront. And that's how do we ensure that every Washingtonian has a fair shot, that they have a great school, they have great transportation, they have wonderful neighborhood amenities, and they can see how their family will have an option to go for whatever dream, whatever talent, and whatever opportunities that you and your children want to have in our city. And that's the whole reason that we're all here. We also know that sometimes the services of our government are hard to navigate. And part of the reason that we are here with members of our Human Services Cluster and our Workforce and Training Cluster is to ensure that those services come together. One big new initiative that is included in my budget that is before the Council of the District of Columbia right now is an initiative called Families First. And what Families First does is bring the services of the government, people who are trained to work with communities that have experienced trauma and have been underinvested in, and bring services in a non-government building, as all of the data suggests works best, is what Families First is about. And so I want to acknowledge members of my team who have been working so hard on this, who you're going to hear from. And one is Unique Morris Hughes, who's the director of our Department of Employment Services. Brenda Donald, who is the director of our Child and Family Services Agency, and Laura Zeilinger, who is the director of our Department of Human Services. So thank you, Laura, for all of the work that you are doing. And getting back to Rashima, let me just say that Rashima's story is special, but the challenges that she talked about are not unique. And what I want to remind everybody of is, despite the fact that we may have challenges, some we may have been born with, some we may have encountered along the way, we are all special, and we're a people who can get things done with the right supports. What I would tell people frequently about DC General is that we had to close it because we weren't serving our children well. And what I also had to tell them about DC General is that people who had to land there during an emergency weren't different from any of us. They weren't defective. There's nothing wrong with them. But they needed a chance to land, and they needed a chance to start again. And that is what our new facilities across all 8 wards in dignified, smaller, short-term family housing facilities represents for families in Washington, D.C. Also, what we see with Rashima is that when we put housing first, our people will take care of the rest. So if you have safe, dignified, secure, affordable housing, you can focus on your workforce training needs. If you have safe, secure, affordable housing, you can concentrate on your children's educational needs. If you have safe, dignified, affordable housing, you have a fair shot in our city. So we are focused across over the last 4 years, and in this second term that I have the opportunity to be your mayor, to make sure that we're making the needed investments in affordable housing. That's why some people are mad at me right now, because I told the development community, you have to do more this year. You have to pay a little bit more. And we're going to invest that in more housing production trust fund, a new workforce housing fund, and we're going to invest that in housing preservation. I also told them that we have to do more for child care and early educational opportunities. That's why we opened 3 new education centers for our youngest learners: Randall Highlands, Thurgood Marshall, and Old Minor School. We also made permanent a child care tax credit and increased subsidies for our subsidized child care opportunities, because we know when we make child care more affordable, we can help our residents who exited DC General and who will exit our short-term family housing facilities, because they're on their way to job training that works to get them on the path to a good paying job. And they can concentrate on that if they know their child care is taken care of. You follow me? So when we can put all of these things together and focus on families, the millions of dollars that the taxpayers of the District of Columbia allow us to invest in DC families will pay off in safe housing, in quality child care, educational opportunities for kids, and educational opportunities, success, and achievement for Rashima and all the Rashimas of Washington, D.C. So I want to thank you for your example, young lady. And I also want to present you with her certificate. If you would join me at the podium. And it says, as Mayor of Washington, D.C., it is my pleasure to offer a hearty congratulations to Rashima Melson. Your growth and success is inspiring, is in no doubt a great source of pride for your family, friends, and teachers. I applaud you for your commitment towards your goals, your unwavering determination, and having the courage to pursue your dreams as you overcame all obstacles. No doubt you will continue to be a pillar, innovative inspiration, and impactful change maker in your community. As you receive your bachelor's in justice and peace studies from the Georgetown University this spring, know that Washingtonians all over this capital join in congratulating you. This is truly a tremendous honor and one you will no doubt cherish forever. We are proud of you for your hard work and your example. Congratulations. You make us DC proud. And so with that, let me turn over the podium to Brenda Donald, who will talk more in detail about the new Families First initiative that I announced.
Thank you. Good morning. So I'm excited to just add a few little extra points on this new initiative that the mayor has embraced. It's called Families First DC. It's focused on wards 7 and 8. And I will use this too to say I am a product of Ward 8. I grew up there as well and have my heart there. But it's really about serving families and meeting families where they are. So you're here today and you're gathering all of these resources. And of course, this is in Ward 8, but this is a large environment. Now, what are you going to do with all of this information? Sometimes we need a little bit of help in navigating the government services. And we also need to listen to what our neighbors and our neighborhoods want and need. There's been a lot of work. There's a lot of heart and soul in our neighborhoods. So think about this. Think about having 10, we're calling them Family Success Centers, 5 in Ward 7 and 5 in Ward 8, that are not only run by the community, but their priorities are determined by the community. And we want to go to places where families already gather. Maybe it's where you go on a Wednesday evening to the food bank at your local church. But that church is there and it's staffed by volunteers. And suppose they had a couple of staff who were connected to our new East of the River Services office that has connections to all of these government programs and can help you to navigate. So it's about family navigation, but it's about meeting families where they are. Suppose it's in a library. How about that as an idea? We have beautiful libraries. Families go to libraries, but suppose you had an opportunity to take some parenting classes or to find out about employment services. So I think each of these centers will look different in each neighborhood because they're to be designed and driven by the neighborhoods. So when the council approves the mayor's budget for this, we will be planning over the summer and coming out and meeting, and I've already been doing some of this, in each of the neighborhoods and have a community planning process so that we can have these family success centers as part of Families First DC up and running early next year. How about that? All right, thank you.
I want to thank first and foremost our mayor for charging us to work differently as we are today, and acknowledge, of course, my colleagues, Director Morris Hughes, Director Donald, and Rashima. You know, every time I hear Rashima talk about her story, it inspires hope, because there are so many people in our community who are brilliant, who have that inherent potential, who look at their children and see their brilliance and potential, but there is a gap in the opportunities they have to realize that. And if we want that to be different, our mayor has charged us with working differently. So today's event, Families First, as the mayor said, are ways in which we are bringing services together to make them easier to navigate and bringing services in a more sustainable way all day, every day into community. Today's event started with some ideas about how do we really create a resource guide Last year in the TANF program, we did something called Passport to Work Week, where we gave folks a week and a passport, and it helped them go around to access different services and to be able to earn work participation credits for doing that as a way of helping people figure out how to navigate. And this year we decided we needed to do more, to bring more services to one place and bring our employers. So I am thrilled to say that today we not only have brought together resources and programs, but also real job opportunities. And I want to thank everybody who came here. So besides all of who's in this room, so yes, but all up around the hallways, there are all kinds of opportunities. So depending on what you came here to learn, and the reason why this morning we had all of our different service providers and agencies is because when people come to us, they oftentimes don't have one specific need. And if we look at all of our jobs, as I know we do, is being able to help people bridge those connections without having to go to 10 offices, but to be able to bring more to them at one time. That is what it's going to take, right? People should not have to make a full-time job out of going to different offices to try to figure out how to get all this done. And so that is the work that all of you are doing today. You are not just sitting at your tables giving out information, but I've seen folks around networking, learning about all of what their peers have to offer so that they can make connections to the residents who are coming to them. And that is how we are going to continue to be different in the way we deliver services. And I want to applaud all of that. And if you haven't made your way around and you need someone to sit at your table while you do that, talk to a friend, make it happen. Okay. So again, I just want to acknowledge my team at the Department of Human Services for putting this event together. Dora Taylor, our folks at ESA, and all of the folks from DHS. I just want you to put up a hand, and I want to offer a big applaud to these folks. I'm not going to take up any more time because I know there's lots of great resources, and I'm very eager to invite Dr. Morris Hughes to the podium, who's going to talk to you. No? Oh, I just said no. I was like, oh, no, you are. Okay, thanks so much.
A little bit of call and response, right, Ms. Chase? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. So listen, I don't want to stand in the way between you all and resources and jobs, but I want to stand in the gap to get resources and jobs. So I have just a few brief comments. Under Mayor Bowser's leadership, not only DOES, but the Workforce and Education Cluster remain committed to helping residents become competitive in the workforce, connecting them to opportunities for full employment, lifelong learning, and economic prosperity. I'm guided by the principle that true success is achieved when the residents and businesses we serve realize success. So when you are successful, we are successful. Just a quick fact, under the Bowser administration, 43,000 new jobs have been created. That means, right, clap for that. That means that all of the resources that we have here today are going to help you get employed and connected to training that's going to lead to family-sustaining careers. So before you leave today, make sure you check out a workforce development training program. Check out the employers that are here. And if you're a young person that's been disconnected, check out the youth-serving organizations. Thank you so much to my colleagues and Mayor Bowser. Thank you so much.
Friends and family, it's a pleasure to be back on stage with you. Can we all take a moment to recognize the tremendous leadership we have in Mayor Bowser and all the leadership on the stage, please? So to my colleagues, both with government agencies and our nonprofits, please man your tables and be prepared to engage our residents. To our residents here, I want to make sure everyone understands the resources that are here before you. So on the main floor, we have our core social services organizations. We have education represented, youth services, food and nutrition, behavioral health. Make sure you make a connection. For those of you who are here for employment services, if you are connected to the SNAP and TANF program, please check in with your TEP provider on my top right. If you are not connected with a TEP or SNAP program, but you are connected through another program, please visit our DOES partners up top between 105 and 106. I encourage you to interview everyone at a table and ask them how they can help meet your goals for your family. Let's have a great day, let's be productive, and everyone, let's smile. Thank you.